afternoon, everyone. This is Von Chipongo with a bit of an update. I know it's been a while since I've put up some videos, so I'm going to get right into it. I've got some World War II, Napoleonics, and some ancient stuff to show you guys today, as well as a piece of scenery. First up, this is what I've done for World War II since I last spoke with you guys. First up, I've got these two guys in the front. Originally they were officers, but my friend had me make them up as medics for his army. So I just whipped some armbands, put them on there. I got to do a bit of a touch up there, but they're looking okay. In the back, I've got a character that we made up. This is Oberst Schaefer. So he's a bit of a joke guy, but yeah, he's got a pretzel in one hand and he's carrying a big liter beer in the other. I even gave him a little bit of a bald spot. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, he's he needs some hair club for men. The guy in the back here, this is the guy that came with the Tank War book from Warlord Games. So I had this guy for quite a while, and I decided to paint him up. I'm going to probably put him in my Fall of Berlin army. So I did up the bases a little bit, little gas can, as you can see, and in the back here I got some Panther links. But he painted up pretty well. It was a lot of fun to do, of course. They always are. But he looks pretty cool, and I really dig him. And yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to put him in the command. I don't think I'm going to make him the commander. You'll see why at the end of the video. But he's definitely going to be the commander's buddy. So let's move on to the next part. So you'll probably remember from a couple videos back, I did an unboxing of the Battle of Waterloo by Warlord Games. And these two figures are the first two figures that I've done from that box. They're the French Chasseurs on 50 by 50 bases. I have to admit I didn't really know what to do with the uniform, so I just kind of looked at the box and fudged it here and there. But I did find some other photos of the Perry ones and some other ones that were on there to give me a bit of reference. Yeah, I made some mistakes. You know, I had to fudge it here and there. Originally I'd done the hands and flesh, but then I found out they were wearing gloves. Went back through. I did the little Imperial Eagle there on the, I don't know what it's called. I remember on the Sharps rifles, they showed the horseback officers used to have like a notebook in there, like a message pad. They'd send orders and stuff like that. So I really don't know what it's called. If you do know what it's called, let me know. But yeah, these guys, I'm really happy with these. I really like how they turned out. I can't wait to get the whole unit done. I think it'll look really, really cool. You know, and they'll really contrast with the other French stuff that I'm doing, which I'm going to show you a little bit of now. So I might move the light. It might get a bit bright here. The shadows might change. So I have finished the first French line infantry, I guess, battalion. I've done them 4 per base. We start with the grenadiers there, and then we've got the companies of the command, and then the voltigeurs here at the very, very end. They were all pretty much finished. I think I've showed you up to here with these guys. So I finished the command. So I've got the 2 officers on there and a drummer, the standard bearer. I'm still waiting for the flag. A friend of mine is procuring that for me on an order he's doing. But yeah, I really like painting these guys. I got the colors out. You know, there's a lot of white, a lot more white than there is blue. I know they look blue, but it's the white that'll get you in the end. But yeah, fantastic. You know, it was a real big break from the regular colors, and I've got all these French late war, I guess 1815 troops to do. They're a bit more drab. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it as a project. One last little thing here. This is a bit of a shout out to von Ketteringham. I kind of stole his idea. I put some wooden slats in the base of the ruined farmhouse here, the ruined house. Yeah, I mounted it on a 3mm thick plastic card. I've got one more to do. We've got a tournament coming up in October, so a lot more of my updates will probably be a lot more scenery focused. But yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, the miniatures will fit in there. I mean, you can even put a stand of these guys in here. Of course, it'll be primarily for bolt action, but yeah, you can use it for, you know, pretty much anything that's European sort of, you know, I don't know, post 30 Years War pike and shot kind of thing. So, but yeah, great kit. I left the chimney off this time. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to put on there, so I figured, screw it. Probably people won't notice it. You will now because I've mentioned it. But so I got one more thing I want to show you. Figure-wise, and that I've finished. So this is the last bit of completed work I think I'm going to show for this video. This is my first Gaulic horde. There's 30 guys in there. I've endeavored to do all of the tartans and shields and everything as different as I could. I've gone a little bit to town with some of them. As you can see, this ginger guy here, I put some freckles on him and whatnot. The shields I did by hand. I did kind of cheat with the bases. You'll see these guys are on, well, these guys are on a 40 by 20, but most of them are on 40 by 40s, except the center rank, or pardon me, the center blocks here. I've done them about, I think I did them 45 by 40, because miniatures are, they're not uniform. They're a horde. They're barbarians, so they've got arms and beards and shields, and everyone's running around crazily. So putting them all on there was a bit of a puzzle. So I did kind of cheat in the center there. I was like, well, I don't want them to be on there too cramped. I painted the shields. That's what probably took the longest part, was doing the shields. But to be honest, I started out doing this project, there's a couple of works in progress videos, maybe 3-4 videos ago, and I was really enthusiastic. And then when I started putting them on the bases, I was like, oh man, this is terrible. It wasn't straightforward. It wasn't like the Romans. It wasn't like Warhammer. It wasn't like Bolt Action. So my interest kind of waned for a bit. But then when I finished the Romans, and I said, oh, I've only got about 10 more guys to do, I pumped them out. And I'm actually really pleased with them. I mean, they're great miniatures. They're awesome sculpts. They got all kinds of detail. The detail's 10 times better than the Romans. The Romans were really, pedestrian, I guess, carving-wise, compared. They've got a lot of character. The thing is just painting all the plaid and the checks and the shields and everything. It really starts to get to you after a while, and you can only do so much. And so I decided, I'm going to change the Napoleonics. So I've changed the plaid, exchanged the plaid for the piping, I guess, as it were. But yeah, I've got 30 more of these guys to do, so I am going to get them done. That is one thing that I promised myself I'm going to do. I'm going to finish that box set, get it all done. I did enjoy painting them. I always enjoy painting, so there's very few things that I don't enjoy painting miniature-wise. So whether I would go out and get another box, I really don't know. But yeah, great sculpts, a lot of fun to paint, but they are pretty time-consuming. Bit of an audio problem. I think I put my fingers over the mic. Whoops. Sorry. And the other guys. I've only done the flesh and base coated some of the brown, and I got some of the blue on there. So there we go. I'm hoping to get these guys pumped out in the next day or two and have them based and everything ready to go there. What I'm working on, which is going to be happening after these guys, are more Germans. I mentioned before about the Panzer guy from Tank War box set. So I'm thinking I'm going to be using Mr. Joachim Piper, who I've put a couple gas cans and a STG-44 on there. I'm going to think about using him as the commander for my Fall of Berlin army. I have another commander, but you'll see, and you'll see why I probably won't be using him. Then I've got some Winter Germans going here too. I'm going to go on to the command next. I got this guy and the big boss, this guy here. I'm looking forward to painting these guys. I think I'm going to go field gray tunic, white pants with this guy, and I've got the figure that came with the book, the rule book. So I'm gonna paint this guy up. I don't know if I'll use him as a medic. I don't know what I'll use him for. I think maybe I'll just paint him up to have him painted up. But as for the snow, I want to say a shout out to, and I'm gonna butcher this dude, at Hillith. Sounds like I have a lisp. For his idea about using baking soda. I think that's what I'm going to be doing next. I've also got a couple of my friends chiming in with textured paint. So textured paint might be on the horizon, but I am definitely going to try the baking powder and see how that goes. I've got 2 more little things I want to show you, and then that'll be it. Okay, this is going to sound kind of odd showing this and then saying what I'm going to say. Big shout out to Warlord Games. Yeah, so the whole book fiasco has been put behind us, and they sent out a new one. And I guess on Bolt Action Italia, there was a big kerfuffle as to, what was in the book and all this other kind of stuff. But my buddy here, my mate here, we got the other book. He was happy, and he said thanks. So he grabbed me this at the, I don't want to blind you there, the hobby shop. It's a 1/48 Tamiya Stücke zu Fuß. I'm probably just going to paint it up as a Hanomag and save the rockets for,
little bit of an accessory thing for some scenery. I'm thinking about doing it winter.
Yeah, Mike fumble there. Sorry about that. I was going to ask whether you guys think I should be painting this as winter or if I should go regular. Please let me know.
Shout out to Warlord Games because I got a free hand of mag. Woo! One other thing I'm going to show you guys here. Speaking of books, I've been kind of silent because about a week ago we went back into Tokyo and we went to the Yasukuni Shrine, or I went to the Yasukuni Shrine. It was pissing rain. Terrible weather. Anyway, went through the museum. You can't really take a lot of photos. I'm going to put some photos up at the end here, but I got this book. They had some pretty crazy souvenirs there. Let me say, you could get an Imperial Japanese Army peak cap but it was prohibitively expensive. And they had some other stuff. They had a lot of Zero models, and they had a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I got this book. It's a uniform book, as you can see. It's got stuff from as you can see in the date here, the Anglo-Japanese, Anglo-Naval Alliance from 1902. The war, the Russo-Japanese War, and then it goes all the way up through, World War II, stuff like that. It's got their kit, posters, maps, all kinds of crazy stuff. The flags the units would have. So it's a nice little addition to my little library I've got. Japanese really don't like to talk about World War II so much, so it's kind of unique to sort of come across these books. So yeah, I picked it up. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm going to throw some pictures from the museum at the end here, and I hope you enjoy them, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys take it easy.
Go 波にかたとべき